That's 4 right there, right? 22 fives. All right. What's up, y'all? Check this out. I wanted to do this on a different day, probably even dressed up better, but you know what? I just got off work, got out of the field, and here we are. Check it out. The issue of the day today is tires. We just barely got some work. What I wanted to touch on is this situation right here. Tires are a big expense. So what I ended up doing, y'all, what I recommend you doing is save your money up, buy in bulk when you get a good deal. So what I did, y'all, I knew ahead of time that I needed tires. Last year, I went ahead and made a purchase, y'all, and I called around. My buddy told me basically that they were selling steer tires, American Rubber, Goodyear, for $270 at the Goodyear shop on I-20. And I really didn't believe him, but you know, I kind of did believe him. He's my buddy. I called up there, and for sure they had the deal. What I ended up doing was purchasing those 4 plus I guess 4 more tires, American Rubber, for $270 a piece. They are steer tires, all position. Okay, so I'm gonna be putting that on my tractor on the drives. To be honest, in West Texas, having Chinese chip-resistant tires is the way to go. It's usually cheaper, but for $270 for a steer tire, all position, I'd be a fool not to jump all over this. Not only did I buy this set of tires for my drives on my tractor, I bought, I think, an extra pair because the price was so cheap. So anyways, the whole point of this whole video is I just want to share with you, y'all, keep your lines of communication open with other fellow truckers in your area. Always call around for the best deals. I know it probably sounds, you know, like, you know, common sense, but common sense ain't that common a lot of the time, and not just that. Excuse me. Sometimes it's good to you know, just to catch wind of some good advice. So what I did after 2 years of being you know, running my company, at first, you know, I would try to be getting deals or buying, you know, even used tires here or there, but thankfully work's been pretty steady, and I was able to have enough money to buy tires in bulk at a great deal. So nothing beats American Rubber, right? They're not chip resistant, but the work that we just got that we're hauling right now, it's not too much of lease road work. So these will do, and they'll do pretty well. And again, y'all, for $270 a tire, I mean 8 tires at $270, just do the math. Imagine $350 a tire at 8 tires. Imagine $400 a tire at 8 tires. So to me, y'all, it was very smart. I'm grateful I had enough money to buy my tires in bulk, and that's what I ended up doing. And now I'm here, y'all, waiting for my mechanic, and I'm gonna go ahead and slap 4 tires on my tractor because the tread's low enough to replace them. But then again, we just got called in for more work. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump ahead of the curve and have my mechanic put these tires on. Again, I wish I would have made this video, you know, on a different day, probably, you know, on an off day. But like I said, this is how it works in the oil field, in the trucking industry. You gotta jump on it. I just got out of the field, came straight home. Me and my son moved the 4 tires to the road. My mechanic's gonna pick them up and install them today for me to be able to work tomorrow. We got new work coming in, so we're grateful about that. So I went ahead and said, you know what, I've been waiting to install these tires, and we're gonna do so today. So again, y'all, if you can, be smart with your money, save up, and get ahead of the curve, and try to buy in bulk and buy when there's a heck of a deal. Here's my mechanic. He's pulling up right now, so I gotta go. It's Desert Power. Ain't no power like Desert Power. And God bless. Y'all be safe.